You know what's
That is
crazy?
insane.
What?
Is that I'm signing to Brime.
The sheer volume of people that tweeted this clip at me thinking that Ninja was serious is, well, heartbreaking. But if somehow you haven't figured it out yet by either my tone or Ninja's wife saying immediately afterwards,
Brime. You hear that?
I still don't know.
But one of the questions I get a lot, and well, even more so now because Ninja did a live stream on YouTube, is should I switch platforms? And this question is very specific to the streaming industry. No YouTuber asks, hey, should I switch to Vimeo or Break.com? I don't think that's a thing anymore. Do you guys remember Break? Or Daily Mail, I think was another one. Daily something. Anyway, no, YouTube has secured its place as the top dog for VOD content. But in the streaming industry, there are a lot of companies trying to take that crown. And I mean, really, it seems like every single social media platform has some kind of live broadcasting functionality built into it. So what are some things that you should consider when thinking about switching streaming platforms? And should Ninja's decision sway your decision at all? By the way, this video is sponsored by Streambeats, which is my very own music playlist for Twitch streamers, YouTubers, podcasters, whatever, any kind of content creator. It is a library of royalty-free, copyright-safe music for you to use. And as of today, there are two brand new genres added in, that being synthwave and EDM, alongside the original lo-fi. So whatever music you want to use on your live streams, I've got you covered. Links to those in the description down below. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, all the streaming platforms. It's there. So go check them out. Go take a listen and yeah, play music on your streams without worrying about any kind of DMCA takedown. Also a reminder, I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So if this conversation topic interests you and you want to get a little bit more in depth and have a conversation with me, feel free to jump into my Twitch stream. Link to that in the description down below. But yeah, earlier this week, Ninja decided to surprise everybody and went live on YouTube with almost zero heads up, just threw out a tweet like an hour prior and ended up hitting over 150,000 viewers, which is pretty good for absolutely zero marketing. And this surprised some people. A lot of people thought he was gonna go back to Twitch. I made the prediction a couple weeks ago when Mixer shut down that Ninja would move to YouTube. While Ninja hasn't exclusively signed to YouTube, which by the way, my sources are saying the same thing. As far as I know right now, YouTube's not signing any more exclusive deals, and I guess that includes Ninja. But yeah, I'll talk more about why I think he's going to YouTube at the end of this video. But let's address something really important first. Assuming Ninja does move to YouTube, how is that different than Ninja moving to Mixer? And how does that difference affect whether or not you should potentially switch streaming platforms? This is not the same thing. Even if Ninja signs an exclusive deal with YouTube, this is not the same thing as him moving to Mixer. When Ninja moved to Mixer, it caused a massive stir and a shift in dynamic. There are a ton of social media platforms. There's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's TikTok, there's YouTube, and Twitch, and every one of them does something different. At the time, Twitch was the solid place for gaming streamers, and Mixer being a direct competitor with literally, while they are different sites, offering the exact same product to viewers. Mixer was trying to not only add themselves to the group of mainstream social media, but they were trying to replace Twitch. While all those other platforms, because they all offer something relatively unique, one of those two, either Twitch or Mixer, had to die. And by picking up Ninja, Mixer announced, hey, we're in this fight too. We're not to be ignored. You should pay closer attention to us. And then ended up doing like literally nothing after that. It was a really, really weird business move that nobody understood and nobody could have predicted. But at the time, there was some speculation over whether or not Mixer could potentially take over Twitch. And I thought they had potential to do it. I still think they had potential to do it. They just didn't follow through with that potential in any form. However, Ninja moving to YouTube has a very different effect because usually a streamer either had Twitch or they had Mixer. Very few people had both, if any. But I would venture to say almost every single person with a Twitch account also has a YouTube account. So it's no longer a question about, do I watch on Twitch or do I watch on YouTube? But it's just a matter of, now there are two places, two apps that you have on your phone that you use regularly where you might be able to find live streamers. Even myself, while I spend most of my time watching streamers on Twitch, I have found myself browsing YouTube and seeing that either Courage or Valkyrae was live. And popping in for a little bit and seeing how it went. And so this is really good news for live streamers. You can make the choice to stream on one of these platforms without that general worry of, if you pick the wrong one, is that platform going to die? Just like Mixer. So I want to answer two important questions. Why might someone want to switch to YouTube? Or why might someone want to stick on Twitch? What are the advantages to both? So that way you can decide which one applies to you. And then I'll go into, again, why I think Ninja will eventually go full-time over on YouTube. The main advantage to streaming on YouTube is how easy it is to convert your VOD audience to your live stream audience. And let me explain that by using my channel, for example. So I stream on Twitch and I make videos on YouTube. It's become widely accepted as the best way to grow on Twitch. YouTube is a platform that's easy to grow. It's very searchable. You can relate to your audience and then move that audience over to Twitch. You can do this on any social media platform, find followers, bring them over to Twitch, but YouTube has shown consistently that it is the easiest to cross-pollinate over to Twitch. However, that conversion rate is still not great. In the past year and a half, I've grown about 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and at the same time, I've grown about 100,000 followers on Twitch. I've estimated from polls I've done in chat that about 90% of those came from my YouTube channel. 90% of my followers found me on YouTube and then came over to Twitch. So that means that of the 300,000 subscribers, only 90,000 of them actually came over to follow me on Twitch. That's less than a third. Over 2/3 of my YouTube subscribers didn't feel the need to click through to my Twitch channel, even though they were watching my YouTube content for Twitch content. I probably have a way higher conversion rate than most people because my content is about Twitch. And it's still less than a third. Versus when I do those occasional 1-hour streams on this YouTube channel, that notification gets blasted out to all 300,000 of my subscribers, which is why I get more than double the viewership on here than I do on Twitch. It's a general rule of marketing. The more times someone has to click through to another website, the more people you're gonna lose. And so by staying entirely on YouTube, anytime you get a subscriber, you also get a potential viewer for your live stream. This can be a really powerful tool if you're struggling to grow on Twitch and you want to start making YouTube videos. But before you go and start your stream on YouTube and ditch Twitch, let's talk about the advantage of streaming on Twitch. Because there is a reason that I still do stream on Twitch, even though I would have more viewers on YouTube. There are two main reasons why I continue to stream on Twitch. One of them is diversification. If I can build an audience on both Twitch and YouTube, I am safe if one of them goes down. We had a lot of Mixer streamers fear they were losing their job because they had no following on any other platform. They'd put all their eggs in the Mixer basket, and then with one single tweet, Mixer let them all know they're done. If tomorrow Twitch dies, I'll be fine. I'll just start streaming on YouTube. If tomorrow YouTube dies, I'll be fine. I've got my live stream on Twitch. I'll start making small form content for Instagram. I was gonna say TikTok, but that might get shut down. Diversification is so important, not just about having a safety net, but also diversifying your income. The more revenues of income you can create, like I talked about in my whole income video, I'll link to it up this side. The more safe your income is and the larger your income is. But honestly, I've diversified my income and my content so much that I could consolidate entirely to YouTube if I really wanted to tomorrow. The biggest reason I don't right now, and who knows what the next year will bring, is honestly the branding of Twitch. At the end of the day, Twitch is still the premier place for gaming streamers. It is the hardest place to grow, the hardest place to find an audience. However, if you can manage to do that, it really gives you a strong name. YouTube has managed to take a pretty good chunk out of that pedestal that Twitch has been on, but it is still up there. I'm not losing anything by not streaming my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is still doing very well, but then I can also build my branding as a gamer, as a streamer, legitimizing myself by being a successful creator on one of the hardest platforms to grow on. And this is why when I list out the three main competitors in streaming right now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, a big part of your decision that I've mentioned before in previous videos is, what do you think your potential is? With Facebook, you have your built-in audience of real-world friends and family and lots of tools to grow. It's an incredibly browsable platform. So for a small streamer who had a hard time getting more than 5 viewers on Twitch, you can move to Facebook and very quickly catapult yourself up to a point where you can monetize incredibly easy and potentially even go full-time. You just have an incredibly low ceiling. In general, people don't see Facebook gaming as a legitimate gaming platform. And Twitch is the exact opposite problem, where like 99.9% of streamers are stuck below 15 viewers. If you want to make any money on Twitch, you have to be in the top 0.05% of Twitch. And YouTube is kind of, the good middle ground. It's easier to grow than Twitch. It's more legitimate than Facebook. And I'd say its legitimacy is even growing since the handful of streamers that have moved over there recently. Which leads to the question of why I felt Ninja was always going to move to YouTube after Mixer died. And a lot of people think it's because of the drama with his account when he left for Mixer. And I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was the weirdest thing. Twitch was like the bitter ex-girlfriend who like trashed his car. They accidentally streamed porn on his account for a little bit. There was some weird stuff going on. But Ninja, for all his flaws, is a businessman. And I don't think that he would make the decision for his future career based on spite. But the bottom line is Ninja has surpassed Twitch. There are a lot of people who have no idea what Twitch is, but they know who Ninja is. While all these other social media platforms are generally pretty mainstream and widely accepted throughout the world, everybody knows what Instagram is. Twitch is still its own little niche platform over here. Everybody has Instagram, everybody has YouTube, not everybody has Twitch. And Ninja has broken into mainstream fame. He's been on Ellen, he was on the Masked Singer. Whatever. He did that really uncomfortable thing during the ball drop on New Year's in Times Square. Ninja is a legitimate celebrity, and to go back to a very small niche platform is not a step forward for him. Housing himself on YouTube, where he has not only access to a much larger fan base, but just potential to reach a height that you just can't reach on Twitch, is huge. My mom knows who Ninja is. And she's never spent a day on Twitch in her life. She's literally never seen my live streams. She has no idea who Summit is, and she probably never will. And moving entirely over to YouTube is, in my opinion, the only way he can gain back the notoriety that he had before jumping over to Mixer for it to just die. So should you move from Twitch over to YouTube? Maybe some of you should, maybe some of you shouldn't, but the good news is this is not an urgent time for you to switch, because both platforms can survive in tandem with each other. If you have any questions that you think I missed or you want to talk to me about, again, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Link to my stream in the description below. Come hang out. Spend a lot of time in just chatting. We talk about these things. It's a good time. And one more reminder to check out the Stream Beats playlists in the link down below. I'll link Spotify's. However, if you just search Harris Heller on any streaming platform, they'll pop up. And also the download links for all those songs are available in the Discord. So if you want to download them for your YouTube videos, feel free to do that. And as always, happy streaming. I think most importantly, the biggest thing you can do to bring your audience over is to make sure your content's not about just the content, but make sure your content is about you. Make sure people like you. They feel like they get to know you, so they want to come, because live streaming on Twitch in general, it's not as much about the content. It's about hanging out with someone.